Okay, Elizabeth, I am super excited to be making this video. This video is years in the making. I feel like for a long time now, I have been wanting to become a part of the Booktube and Writetube community, but I just never took the plunge. I guess I had cold feet. And then this month I decided it is either now or never. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Some of you might know me from my lifestyle and mommy channel, Young Mommy, which is the sister channel for my blog, youngmommy.com. If you're joining me from over there, thank you for joining me on my Booktube channel now. If you are just now watching my Booktube channel, then feel free to go over there and check out my Young Mommy channel. I'll link it up in the cards above and below in the description box. So I don't want to spend this whole first video rambling, so I thought a great first video would be to show you guys my library haul. I do give my library card quite a workout for the simple fact that I am moving in a few months and I don't want to buy a whole bunch of books because books are heavy when you have to tote them down 3 flights of stairs. So I'm putting actually buying physical books on hold until after my move, and I know I could get ebooks, but I am one of those readers. I like to actually feel the book in my hand and be able to actually turn the pages. So for now, my library card is getting quite a workout. So let's jump into this haul. I have books that are middle grade, young adult, and then some adult books. So I'm going to start with my middle grade reads first. I am rereading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I do own the set, but my set is paperback and it is old, so the pages are discolored and they're kind of beat up, and I am a hardback reader, so I picked up the hardback copy from the library just to read, and I got this for the book buddy-a-thon just in case I get a book buddy, but even if I don't, I'm still going to reread this book. It is great. If you haven't read the Harry Potter series, get on it. Next, I picked up 3 books from the Ever After High, a school story series. I love these books. I stumbled across these books just watching the Ever After High School series on Netflix with my kids, and I was like, oh, that's a cute show. And then I was researching it and realized that, hey, it's based on some books. So then I started reading the books with my daughter, and I just got hooked. These stories are just so cute and they're quick, easy reads. So I got Truth or Hair, which is Polly and Holly O'Hare's stories. They are the daughter of Rapunzel, and Holly's hair stops growing and they have to figure out why. She thinks she's cursed and all that good stuff. I won't say too much and spoil it, but I'm almost finished reading that one. I also picked up Fairy's Got Talent, which is Fabelle's story. Fabelle is a dark fairy. It also has Justine Dancer in here, and she is looking for a fairy to audition for a part in her new play, and she wants to get Fabelle, but Fabelle is not interested. So will Fabelle curse her to get her off her back about being in the play? You have to read it to find out. And then this is the newest book that just came out. It is Fairy Tale Ending, which is about Apple White and Ariel's daughter. Her name is Michelle, and she was originally supposed to, I guess, stay in the ocean, but then they decided to send her to Ever After High so she can get used to being on land, because that's going to be her destiny later on. I can't wait to really get into this one. Then the next middle grade book I picked up is Castle Hagnell by Ursula Vernon. I fell in love with Ursula Vernon reading her Hamster Princess Harriet or Princess Harriet Hamster series to my daughter, and I was like, oh, those books are so cute, and her writing is just really easy to read and just so fun, and the adventures she sends these characters on is just really cute read. So I also picked up this one for the book buddy-a-thon because you had to get a book with pictures, and it does have a few pictures here and there. So I can't wait to read that one. And then, because I like mysteries as a kid, Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys were some of my favorite mysteries. So I stumbled across this Wilma Tenderfoot series written by Emma Kennedy, and it kind of gives me a limited, snicket, unfortunate tale of events feel, because she is a 10-year-old orphan, and in her mind, or in her heart and in her gut, she feels like what they told her that happened to her parents is not the truth. So she starts, you know, digging around, trying to find out if her parents are dead, if they are alive, what really happened to them. And she kind of becomes a detective's apprentice slash assistant. So I can't wait to read these. They look really good. So I can't wait to get into those. Then for the YA, everyone has been raving over the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and I read her what is it, A Court of Thorns, excuse me, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and oh my gosh, I love that book. I fell in love with her writing, so I decided to go ahead and check out the Throne of Glass series. I got the Assassin's Blade, which is all of the novellas in one book. I have started on that. Then I got the Queen of Shadows, the Heir of Fire, and of course, Throne of Glass. And I am still waiting on the other 2 books from that series to come in. I also got the Glittering Court, written by Rochelle Mead, because so many people on BookTube raved about this, so I can't wait to check it out. I will say that I did try one of the books from her Vampire Academy series, and I don't know, it just didn't hook me in the beginning, so I didn't finish it. But I am hoping that this book will not disappoint and that it will be a good read. Then I got the Forbidden Wish by Jessica Quarry, and I cannot wait to read this. It is supposed to be an Aladdin retelling, and it was blurbed on the front by Sarah J. Maas. So, you know, I have high expectations for this book. I've seen so many people, again, on BookTube rave about this. Can't wait to read it. And last but not least, I got Life and Death, written by Stephanie Meyer, which is Twilight Reimagined. Of course, it has Twilight on the opposite side, and I cannot wait to read this book. I was a die-hard Twilight fan. Like, oh my gosh, I love that series, and I still love it to this day, so I'm hoping that this reimagined version is just as wonderful and everything that the first version of Twilight was. If not, I can just always flip it over and read Twilight again, so I can't wait to read this. Now, moving on to my adult reads, I got Blue Blood and Ivy League Mystery, which is written by Pamela Thomas Graham. I love mysteries. Mysteries, thrillers, crime thrillers, suspense. That was my first love. Like for years and years, I only read James Patterson books or mystery books. It took me a while to really get into reading romance and other genres. So I got this book and it was just really good. Like, I started reading it in the library and I can't wait to finish it. Then I also picked up another mystery book. This is Rose Gold from Walter Mosley's Easy Rawlins mystery series. I've heard great things about this book and I cannot wait to read it. It's about a girl, her name is Rosemary Goldsmith, which is Rose Gold, and she gets kidnapped. She's held in this box that's like supposed to be suspended in the air from some rafters. There's a bowl of dog food in there. Some rats are supposed to be coming to get her, and he has to find her kind of under the table before her captor kills her. And I just can't wait to read it. Like, when I read that whole thing about being suspended from a box with a bowl of dog food and some rats, I was like, oh, this sounds crazy, but good at the same time. I can't wait to see if it's going to live up to the hype. Walter Mosley is a great writer, so I'm sure that it will. Then I got Beautiful by Christina Lauren, which is the last main novel in the Beautiful series. It could very well just be the last book overall. I know they do novellas as well for this series, so I'm not sure if they're going to do another novella, because I feel like with the way it ended, I would love for them to do some more to just kind of see what life is like for everyone after this book. But this book is Peter Jensen and Poppy Bay Cox's story. Jensen is Hannah / Ziggy's sister from, what is it, Beautiful Player? And Jensen is just, I don't know how to describe him. He's a complicated individual, and this book is about him learning how to let down his guard, let down his walls, and just come out of his comfort zone and his routine to let love in, and to just not be afraid to put his heart back out there again, and to become invested in a relationship. And Poppy is like this, I don't know, I don't want to say wild child, but she kind of is. She just comes in and adds a little color to his bland, monotone world. And this is a really great book. I am really sad to see this series end. Like, I love it, but I can't wait to see what series they come up with next, because I feel like they're, what is it, their WoW Seasons series. I feel like that one is done too. I'm not sure if they have any friends that were single after the last book in that series. So I can't wait to see what new characters, new groups of friends they come up with next. Just can't go wrong with their Beautiful series books. The Summertime Girls by Laura Hankin. I've never read anything by her, but I saw this book. I read it, the back, and it's a story about two friends. There's some secrets and things that happen, and some events that go down, and then they find themselves growing farther and farther apart. They try to come back together when they have or when one of the main characters has a family crisis, and she tries to reach out to her friend, but you know, those secrets might kind of drive a little axe in between them again. So I can't wait to read this, because you know, in real life we do grow apart from our friends, and sometimes we find our way back to, you know, our best friends and things, and sometimes, you know, time does not heal all wounds, and the damage is done, and you just can't find your way back. So I can't wait to see how these two end up. And then the last book I picked up is Incarnation by Emma Cornwall, and it is a book about Lucy Weston. It says, if one is to believe Bram Stoker's legendary vampire tale, Lucy Weston is Dracula's most wanton creature, a sexual creature of the night who preys on innocent boys. But Lucy does not feel, you know, like Bram portrayed her in the best of lights, because she definitely does not feel like she goes around preying on innocent boys, and she doesn't feel, you know, like she's the sexual creature. So she sets out to kind of find out, hey, why did you paint me in this light? And it's just, you know, this book involves vampires and I do like vampire books. So I just want to give this a try. It's also a science fiction, and I don't read enough science fiction, and I really want to change that. I want to diversify the books that I read, not only in terms of the authors that I read, but the genres and all that great stuff. So that is the end of my library book haul. Thank you guys for joining me for my first video on BookTube. If you have a BookTube channel, feel free to put your links down below. I am always up for checking out other BookTube channels and watching videos about books. Also, if you have a WriteTube channel, go ahead and leave that link down below as well, because I love connecting with other writers. And again, just thank you guys for joining me for this first video. I hope that if you like this video, you'll give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.